I'll tell you, I am just falling in love with this idea of shelf maxing, of like just filling the space of a shelf up as much as possible. It doesn't mean double shelving, but like visible books. And so you can put them underneath like that. There's interesting ways of filling the space, and it's probably subjective about what looks good and is classy. I love phenomena like that where there's a little overhang fills the space like a wave. I mean, I think I can fit one or two more books in here, maybe. It's incredible, and it's all writing. So it's refined in content. I want to also be continually refining it for visual quality. Like if stuff needs taped up, or like maybe you could arrange things in a certain way. I think that looks cool. And they're all memoirs. I feel like this also points at this larger idea of like the entire book collection being like a giant rooms-filling bonsai tree of knowledge. It's always being edited for both form and content and, visual quality. So cool. I'm going to refine the collection until it's so beautiful that it warps the fabric of space-time. And I ascend with it to the next plane. That's the plan anyway. I got more John McPhee now. That's cool. Let's look at the Anne of Green Gables books real quick. So this is the whole Anne of Green Gables series. Okay, I've seen the original movies based on the first couple of books, and loved them. It's a great character. I watched all of Anne with an E with my daughter Willow, the series. Loved that. Was outraged at its cancellation. Anne is an all-time great literary character, and I always wanted one of my kids to take off and read all these. Nobody ever got into it. We tried to read the first one, and they were real restless throughout it. But it's a great story, and it's beautiful, and it's like life-affirming in this crazy way. And I've read some articles about this series and some of the interesting things that happens. I thought one was about Diana. Maybe there are more, and this isn't complete. It's cool, though. See, I think when you develop cool characters, just keep going with it. I completely disagree with Nick Hornby and what he said in his Stuff You Should Know books about how he's all, what's the point of sequels? You've already seen the most interesting thing these characters will ever do. I am interested in the idea that David Lynch called the continuing story. And then what? And then what? It's the big pick. Brought to you by Squirrel. I don't have a lot to say about these series because I haven't read them. But I wish one of my kids had gotten into them. Did I ever read this as a kid? I think I did. Read the first couple. 80s, people just read everything. I feel like fiction was a lot less gendered at times. Like, oh, that looks interesting. Like, I remember reading Judy Blume, even though people say she was targeted toward young women. And I definitely remember reading the Little House books. Rilla. I don't know. Do I hold on to these? If none of my kids ever read them? They're high-quality children's lit. They seem to be a good part of the collection. Maybe Willow will read them sometime. Let's do another series plus some more by the same author, John Christopher's Tripods. Okay, John Christopher, the Tripod Trilogy. This is probably it for me when it comes to foundational stories that I really got involved in as a youth. Loved these books. These were very popular in the 70s, and so I inherited my love of them from my older siblings as a child of the 80s. Like, that's ridiculously cute, right? Look. What? Just all the time she's doing this. I'm like, Squirrel, I'm defenseless against your cuteness. If you have young people in your lives between the ages of 7 and 11, I think this series could just totally obsess them. Maybe older too, but it's so good. So when this one starts off, it seems like it's in the past. Like, the technology is very limited in this little mountain town, and this dad repairs timepieces. Everyone seems kind of quaint, but then it becomes, you find out that everybody has these mesh caps on their heads that are put on there at the age of 14 that limit their thinking capacity, and that they're kind of controlled by these aliens who ride around in these giant tripods. It is incredible, and they have tentacled whips. And in this one, someone runs away and joins the resistance. Fantastic. In this one, I want to get the cover that matches these two, because it's the best cover in this series, and I don't have it. Dang it. Look how cheesy this one is. But in this one, people get inside the domed cities where the masters live, these aliens that drive the tripods. And all the humans have to wear gas masks to be there, because the air is poison. And